Hi, this is Gary with MACMOST.com. Let me show you how you can create custom list styles in Mac Pages. MACMOST is brought to you thanks to a great group of more than 1,000 supporters. Go to MACMOST.com/Patreon. There you could read more about the Patreon campaign, join us, and get exclusive content and course discounts. Now, despite the fact that you have lots of options for taking notes on your Mac, like the Notes app itself, probably the best app for note-taking in either a class or a meeting is Pages. You just have all of the different word processing options there, including the ability to highly customize your lists. And a lot of times we take notes using lists, not just plain text. So for instance, in Pages, if I wanted to start making a list, I would first go to Format, and then at the bottom of the Format sidebar I would select under Bullets and Lists a style. I could just skip the style, leave it at none, and just go right to selecting some options. But there's some preset styles here already. So all of these except two are going to be pretty uniform. For instance, with a bullet list, if I were to type one line like this and in the next line press the Tab key to indent it, notice it uses the same bullet there for the second line. And if I go and choose one of these other ones, like say lettered, you could see it chooses the same type of lettering. If I choose numbered, the same type of numbering. And even this one for dash here chooses the same dashes. But these two, Harvard and note taking, are different. With Harvard you get Roman numerals for the first level. You get letters capitalized for the second level. The third level is numbers, and each level does something a little bit different, like that. Likewise, if I switch to note taking, you can see it alternates between dashes and bullets. Now, if I go back to none, I can select my options independently of a style. So I can go right here and you can see the three options are text, image, and numbers. So text bullets allows me to use any piece of text as a bullet. The bullet character there is the default, but I can choose another one, or I can type something here. So I can type a single character like that, or even multiple characters like that to create bullets. I could also choose image bullets instead, and then you get to see a variety of different images that you could use. Or you can choose your own custom image and select an image there and it will be used as a bullet. In addition, you've also got numbers, which really are numbers and letters. When you choose those, you have all these different options here for the different ways you can use numbers and letters. And basically it'll just count through 1 through 4 or A through Z, or using Roman numerals, and a variety of different styles for doing that. So I could choose, say, basic numbers like that, and you can see each one of these is the first item here. And if I continue with one of the levels, you can see how it continues to number them. You can see I can also turn on tiered numbers, so you actually can see all of the numbers going back for each individual level. So there are a lot of options there, and you can easily customize them. So for instance, I could choose bullet, and then I could change the bullet that is chosen. So let me choose a character like this. Now notice it says bullet and has an asterisk next to it. If I click here, I can use update, and I would update this bullet style to always use this character rather than a standard bullet. I could also click the plus button here and create my own, like that. And now I can use this style somewhere else. But even better than that, I can update the style and it will be universal. So for instance, I can go down here and make another list maybe later on in my document, and I can choose my bullet there like that and use it like that. Now if I go up here and I select this table, I'm going to select all the lines in it, and I change the bullet to something else. Let's change it to an arrow like this. Then you can see how I can update my bullet by clicking the update button. It not only updates this list, but also all the other lists using that same style. Now you can do this on a level by level basis. So for instance, what I'm going to do here is just put the cursor blinking in this first level here. And I'm going to change the type of bullets to numbers. And let's have it be numbered like that, just with regular numbers. And I'm going to go to my bullet and I'm going to update. Notice how anything else using that same style at that level will now update. I could do the same thing for this one here. I could go and let's say I want to change this to be numbers and I'm going to use letters here. And I'm going to turn off tiered. Now if I go and update, you can see how it updates elsewhere as well. And I can continue to do that. So let's go in here for instance and I'll update this one to numbers as well, but I'll do lowercase letters like that and I'll update. Now we can go here to the fourth level and let's say I don't want to use bullets at all for this. So what I can do here is select no bullets. Now the interesting thing about this, you can see it updates all the lines in a list that are at that level and are this style. And the great thing about this is for note taking it can be really good at some point to actually stop with all of the numbering and lettering and just let you actually add a bunch of information. So now you've got this specialized version called My Bullet right there. Let's go ahead and save this for later. You can do that one of two ways. One is you could simply not do anything. If I were to create a new document here and then go in and want to use that special bullet list type, you can see it's not listed here. It's because it's only saved in the document itself. But to get it over to a new document, all you need to do is copy one or more lines of this style. Just copy them. Then go into your new document and paste them in. And now notice My Bullet carries on. It's not actually in the list here, but you can easily add it with the plus button and you can see how it adds it right there. So now that I've added it, I can delete this list here completely. Turn off this line being a list and some other point in the document I can use My Bullet right there. So if you use this in one document and much later on you want to use it in another, you can just copy and paste a line or two from that old document just to bring the style over. Or if it's something you want to use all the time, all you need to do is if you've created a document like this and it's got that style in it, then if you go to File and Save as Template, now either add it to the template chooser or save it as a template independently. And let me call this Notes. And I've added it there. Now if I create a new document using the Notes template, then notice in Bullets and Lists I've got my special style ready to go. I could have also just updated these other styles here to my liking and they would all be ready to go in this new template that I've created. I could even go into Pages Settings and under General I can have new documents always use a certain template. So if I'm using Pages for notes all the time, I could just update the template that I want to start with always with this list type. And you can even set this up so when you create a new document from the template it's ready to go. Instead of being List and Bullets None, I can have this set to My Bullet. You can see how it's set there and ready to go. And now if I save this as a template like this and I'll call this Notes 2, notice if I create a new document from that it starts off ready to go with the right bullet list style chosen. So I hope you found this useful and I hope it encourages you to experiment with bullet styles. Before the next time you need to use them, create a sample document, play around and see what you can do. See how you can customize each level of a list like this and maybe create a style or two that you'll use in a template in the future. Hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, click the thumbs up button below to let me know. I publish new tutorials each weekday. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out.